welcome to the YouTube channel. We are showing you our newest and latest buy. As you can see from the title, whatever the heck, the picture, blah blah blah. We bought another single cab. We bought this with purpose. We don't make any purchases that aren't for a reason or business purpose. So, single cab, 4-wheel drive, 06, 6-liter Powerstroke. Obviously, we didn't win with the ugly work front end, but we'll get that swapped out at some point. We got huge plans with this truck, but this is the main thing here. You come around here. Somebody's whistling at us. This thing right here, the exhaust, absolutely bone stock factory, no modifications. If you go up in the engine bay, everything's in the engine bay, absolutely factory, no mods. Stock turbo, stock injectors, stock head bolts, EGR cooler, like everything's here. And we are going to use that to our benefit. Also, the truck's got 152,000 miles. We bought it with 151, we already put quite a few miles on it. Oh, look at that cherry unit. It does have a awful aftermarket radiator that's like this wide, that's aluminum, but hey, it's got a radiator. Everything's stock. The guy has literally no modifications. It's got stock head bolts, not a tune ever in this thing, nothing. It's literally factory truck with the factory coolant overflow cap on it, still in the degas bottle. So the goal with this thing is to use it for the Dyno Truck. Now, most of you know, if you haven't heard, we purchased a Dyno Jet. I think it's a 242 XLC with an eddy brake. I don't know if that's the exact one or not, but that's pretty sure that's what one it is. We haven't got it installed yet. We're working on doing that in the next 3 weeks or so, maybe a month, getting it in the shop and getting it functioning, figuring out how to run it and everything else. This will be the Dyno Truck. We are 6-liter specific here on this YouTube channel. We do all Powerstrokes in general. We also do build some Cummins and a few Duramaxes here and there for guys that want them. So we're going to evolve and yeah, brother. We're going to evolve and do some more stuff, but we are mainly focused on this 6-liter platform. We love this platform. We love it for a lot of reasons. A lot of guys are going to argue that there's better platform, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You guys choose and pick whatever platform your heart desires, because that's what it's about. You know, whatever you enjoy is what you should do. We enjoy the 6-liter. Now, there's many reasons we enjoy the 6-liter. Number one reason for us is cost. You can buy these trucks for a reasonable price. Running and driving or non-running and driving. That's a huge one because things are expensive. So cost of initial buying the vehicle. Second is cost of building. Yes, they have head gasket failure issues because the head bolts, one, there's not enough, and two, they don't hold enough strength down. But pretty much every truck that you're going to make any power with, you're going to want to stud it at some point. 7.3s, we like to stud around 500 horsepower, 450, 500 horsepower. 6.7 Powerstrokes don't really need head studs, but the bottom end's not going to outlast the head studs. So the head bolts, you're going to make 700 horsepower on stock head bolts, and you're going to break a rod. Pretty much every Duramax engine until the L5P, regardless of if it made 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 runs on the dyno, they don't hold above 5 to 800 horsepower depending on the year. They're breaking rods. Like most engines are like that. So one thing that's not, the 6-liter isn't. The 6-liter has a 1,000 horsepower capable stock bottom end. If you want to be safe, it's about 800 horsepower capable if you're just going to beat the living piss out of it. I do know guys that have made it plenty of years running 1,000 horsepower on stock engines with 300,000 miles. But we're not going to use those 3-4 anomalies to live off of. Realistically, they are a 100% safe 800 horsepower stock bottom end truck because they have the girdle design from the factory. The bed plate is already there. It's strong as hell. The rods are strong, the pistons are strong, they're really good bottom end. So you throw some head studs in it, boom, you basically got an 800 horsepower capable long block from a very minor mod if you know how to work on your own truck. Still a little bit expensive. Not as expensive as a lot of things. If you have a shop do it, it's still not horrible. It's still like around 10 grand to do a head job if you do it with a lot of other things. It's cheaper if you literally just do the heads, but most of the time you like to get, I like to help my customers get everything they can out of it while they're in there. So if they need an oil cooler, if they need X, if they need Y, blah, 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 it adds up and you change things obviously if they need more parts. So, but generally, it's not that bad to do a head job on these. So that's why I love the 6-liter platform. Not only that, but this transmission, we have done 700 horsepower on a stock 5R transmission. Now, does a converter like it? Not really. The input shafts break at about 715, 720. I know that because I've done that in the Burgundy truck. It's broke input shafts. But a stock transmission, if it's healthy, like this one's got 151,000 miles on it. If I throw a good torque converter in this, probably a Garanord A1 Performance, and a built input shaft, this transmission will do 800, literally. For how long, I'm not sure, but it'll do it for a while with good tuning. So love that about it. Also, I love the way these trucks sound. Absolutely love it. They're loud, they're poppy, they're raspy, lots of different tones. Like it just does it for me. I super enjoy that about these. Also, they're pretty simple to work on. Not a Duramax fan. They're pretty hard to work on. Lots of Allens and a lot of extra bolts and just a lot of extra junk that I don't care to have to fight. So one of my reasons why I'm not a huge fan of Duramaxes is that. I also don't like the IFS in the front. They also don't have very strong transmissions before the L5P. The L5P that does pretty good as well. But again, I'm talking 17 and newer. I mean, pretty much everything was pretty good 17 and newer. So that, and then again, you can literally do a regulator return, a lift pump, injectors, and a turbo with this truck. Leave the stock trans, put a torque converter in if you want to, and you can make 800 horsepower with very minor modifications. So that's why I love these trucks. They're cheap to build. I could build 10 of these at the cost of buying a 6.7 Powerstroke. Just buying the 6.7, I can build a bunch of these to that one 6.7 that's not even modified. So that's why I love these. Now this one's gonna be the best because for me, it is gonna be nice. It's a single cab long bed. Single cabs just do it for me. I love them. I like all of them, but single cabs are just fun to drive. They're like little cars. So single cab 4-wheel drive, we'll get it looking good. The plan is to repaint it completely a different color in the next couple of years. I don't know exactly when. I got a lot going on, so it's not gonna happen right away. So for the time being, I will color match the front end, do all the nice, good-looking stuff. So new headlights, new mirrors, new tail lights, all that good stuff. Wheels and tires. It'll look dope. It'll look good for the time being until I do the color change. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty mint truck. It's a work truck. It's got some minor dents and dings here, but all stuff that can be fixed. But it's really clean overall. But this is literally the truck we've been looking for forever. We finally got the dyno and we got the truck now. We're gonna run this truck on the dyno, stock tuning, stock everything, bone stock from Ford in 06. See what it makes, and we're gonna do a double the horsepower video. We're gonna push the head bolts to the limit, see how far they hold. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. I mean, dog, are you fired up? See how long these head bolts will last before they pop? Mm-hmm. So it should be pretty fun. We're all about research here. It's a blast. Like, Neil and all these guys over at All Truck Performance, those guys like torture testing the L5Ps, making 1,500 horsepower on stock on open engines is freaking insane. That's awesome. I don't have the money for that. Good for them for having that. I got the money for this. So we're gonna push this thing to the limit. We're gonna do it from square one all the way up to, it's gonna end up having compounds on it. It'll be in the end, probably. Shout out to Larry. It'll obviously at some point have all the engine parts if I do modify it when I get to that point. They'll all be from Paul at DDPM. So those are my two main guys that they're just killing it in the industry. They help me out. They give me great knowledge. They've done a lot for me. And they're just two really good, honest dudes. So if you guys need any parts, any engine related parts, I would hit up Paul 100%. Anything 6.0, 6.4, 7.3, 6.7. He's even got Duramax stuff and I believe some Cummins stuff now too. Just top notch, high quality, really good dude, really good customer service. And he's gonna take care of you. So Paul for sure for engine parts. And then Larry, obviously, if you need anything turbos, T4 kits, 6 liters, all that stuff, compound kits, Larry's the guy. He even sells other parts outside of that too. He sells turbos, like VGT turbos, he sells injectors, he sells regulator returns, he's got regulator returns, a bunch of different stuff. So those two guys will pretty much cover your whole section for anything you want to buy for your 6 liter out of those two people. So pretty simple, great customer service, great dudes. They're both freaking OGs. Like, for those of you that don't know, Warren Diesel's truck that made like 1,979 horsepower on the dyno, that was with Paul's heads and Paul's cam back in the day. I'm not sure why that wasn't talked about, but yeah, those were his heads and cam. They performed insane. That was the record for years until Jesse just did a billet block 7-liter, 6-liter platform that did 2,114 horsepower. But us guys over here don't consider that the Powerstroke, like the 6-liter record. It is the Powerstroke record. It's a modified block. It's billet. It's aftermarket. It's 7 liters. You know, it's not 6 liters anymore. But the factory 6-liter block record is still 1970 or 1917, something like that. That was with Paul's heads and cam combination, which is insane that he did that back in, I think it was 2019. So he's awesome. Larry's been doing it forever. Larry's killing it. We might even start doing 7.3 stuff, honestly. If Larry can get down to it, I'd get him some trucks out to him in California, and start building 7.3 stuff, because we need more people to do 7.3 stuff that's high quality like Larry's. No one comes close to Larry's kits and all his stuff. So his stuff's absolutely nuts. But anyways, those are the parts we're going to use. I'm literally going to take this truck step through step. We're going to do stock, dyno, then we'll do stock with a tune, dyno, like a max effort tune, to see just what we can push out of this stock platform. Then we'll, cut the exhaust off, put 5-inch exhaust on it, re-dyno it, just literally see every step, every piece, how much it changes, fuel system, regular return, injectors, turbos, all different sizes, VGTs, non-VGTs, compounds, everything. We're even going to show you guys differences between big single turbo trucks that don't have a ported head on them versus a ported head on them. We're going to be testing that piece for piece. How much difference does the ported heads make? How's the drivability change? There's all these fun things we're going to do, and the options are endless. We're also going to have, like I said, we're going to have DeAndre's L5P that we're going to do it from stock with a tune all the way up to is it going to end up having compounds and big fuel and a pump and whatnot. So, and then as well as Braden's Cummins also, that we're going to have, pretty nice, good set of compounds on, be around 800 to 1,000 horsepower. Will also be fun to see. So we're going to test all this stuff out, and it's going to be a blast. So you guys should really tag along. Comment on this video what you guys want to see us do, what injector air setups you guys want to see, turbo air injector setups you want to see for 6 liters. We got 6.7s to do testing with Powerstrokes. My 6.7, my dad's 6.7, my dad's 7.3 is going to be here. We're going to buy another 7.3 as well for a Dyno Truck 2 once we get the funds to that point. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. Let's go for a ride in the old new unit. You guys check it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, hold on, I got it. My dad already nicknamed it Crank. He's got to crank the windows up. As you can see, 152,000. Look. Woo! Crisp and clean unit. You know what the best part about this thing is? So, it is an XL. Now, some came with power windows. This one does not have it. It's got crank windows, which is unfortunate, because that was one of the things I wanted. But watch this. Oh no, there's a wall back there. How do I know when I'm close enough? Hold on, are we getting close? I don't know. A dog. Oh. What is that? Woo! Woo! Backup sensors, baby. This stock 06 XL has backup sensors. Not only does it have backup sensors, it has a brake controller from the factory that the Lariats had, and it has switch on the fly, locking hub 4-wheel drive. So super weird option truck, but I'm all for it. So the crank windows we are going to swap out, because nobody wants crank windows, let's be honest. I mean, old people are like, oh, there's less parts to fail, but I would rather the parts fail and replace them and have roll-up windows. I also want to have power locking doors as well, because this thing's gonna end up being pretty nasty, and I don't really want people to steal it. So there's that. So it'll have that. Obviously, we're gonna do a whole interior swap. It'll be a totally different interior again. Something we're not going to touch on for a while, because it is kind of a bit of a secret, and I've wanted to do it for 5-6 years and just haven't been able to do it yet. But that's down the road. The other stuff's more important first. The research is more important to me than just having a nice interior and the new paint job. I can only afford certain things at certain times, so we're going to do that part first. But you just can't mess with this thing. I mean, literally a stock truck that runs and drives perfect. Is that camera at a good angle, dude? Mm-hmm. I'm driving. You don't need to watch the road, dude. There be a better cameraman, dude. Right? Oh. I'm gonna take you behind the bushes and gonna beat you up by the shop.
No!
Woo! Oh, God, that was 87. 37 miles an hour, dude. Okay, maybe it was like 34, but still. This thing's a ripper. I mean, did you hear it? It's like a sewing machine. So, little cracky crack up there, baby. So we'll get a new windshield. We'll make this truck look good. We'll tint it, get some wheels and tires on it, make the body look good. But we are leaving performance stuff completely stock until we get all the testing we want done on the dyno, done and tested. So that'll be fun. Like I said, this thing runs amazing. I bought it for a good price. It wasn't super expensive. It's a runner driver. I mean, check this speedo out. You guys ready? We're about to nail this thing to the floor. Oh yeah, get it, girl! Woo! So as you can see, it's an absolute race car that is beating any Duramax or Cummins that lines up next to me right now from the factory. Just so we're clear. So, anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. We got a ton of stuff planned for this that should be absolutely badass. It should be super fun, not only for us to figure all these setups out and have hard, legit numbers for you and facts, but also debunk some of these things these other guys are saying, and a lot of these guys on the Tiki-Talkies and all these different platforms that say that, oh, I got a 1,000 horsepower truck, or I've got a 800 horsepower truck, when really they make like, you know, 550 or 700 or whatever it is. So that's the end goal for this deal. And obviously I have the drag truck that we're going to make 1,000 with on fuel. So that'll be cool for you guys to stay tuned for as well. So yeah, we'll put a couple videos in here and talk about everything going on, and we'll see you guys soon.